Now, it is time you start caring about the way you look. I don't care how you have been living before now, before watching this video, before clicking on this video, but after watching this video, I need you to do one thing. Make an effort with your appearance. That's all I ask. And for you to watch this video to the very end. I have 4 sisters, and growing up in a house where there are so many girls, you just kind of grow up knowing that you need to put an effort in your appearance. And if you ask any of my sisters, they will tell you that I used to be the person that would never pay attention to the way I looked. I wouldn't go as far as to put makeup or even lip gloss or anything. Literally, a boy can tell me that I look good because I have lip gloss on, and I'll run back to the house, clean my lip gloss and change my clothes. Now, as an adult, I am no longer that person that wants to go through life, looking the exact same way I was born. I have seen firsthand how much your life can change once you start making an effort with your appearance. Now, I'm not one to do too much, especially when it comes to like my makeup and everything else. I don't do too much because I don't even have the time to do too much, but I do something, and that is where I want you to start. Now, start by doing something with your appearance because it goes a long way in telling people how you want them to treat you, how you want them to address you, and the kind of person you want to be. There are so many benefits to caring about your appearance that goes beyond the physical. It forces you to treat yourself better, and it also forces you to require or demand more from yourself. I remember when I decided that I wanted to start wearing heels to school. If you know anything about me, you know that I love me a good footwear. I don't care how broke I am, but I can go as far as to use my last money to buy a nice pair of shoes. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be cute enough for me. And for the longest time, I kind of held myself back. I didn't want to be labeled as that person that did too much. I was never comfortable with being like the center of attention and everything. But I sat down one day and I asked myself, do you really care as much as you claim to care about like your appearance, about how your future self shows up? Because if you did, you would not even care about what other people are thinking. Now, the only reason I could give for why I wasn't wearing heels to school, even though that was really what I wanted to do, was because I didn't want to make people uncomfortable. I didn't want people to look at me and be like, oh, she's doing too much. But honestly, I got to a point where it didn't matter to me what they were thinking. I was just too concerned about trying to show up the way my future self would show up. And my higher self, my future self, the girl in my dream life, doesn't go out with flip-flops. She never wears like stupid shoes to school just because she doesn't want to make people feel uncomfortable. And honestly, once I started doing that, it just forces people to respect you. It forces people to look at you differently. And that is what you need if you want to elevate your life, if you want to move from point A to point B. Now, when I finally summoned the courage to wear heels to school like I've always wanted to do, I can remember vividly the way I felt. Like, it didn't matter to me that I didn't have no money in my purse. I was so happy. Like, I felt so good about myself. And I came to one realization that day, that the people that you're most likely going to make uncomfortable with the way you look when you make an effort with your appearance are the people that you don't even want to attract into your life anyways. You have no business with them. If you're looking good, showing up every day as the best version of yourself hurts somebody, you don't want that person in your life. That person doesn't even understand your goal. Now, the type of people you really want to attract into your life are comfortable with you showing up as the best version of yourself. In fact, they expect you to show up as the best version of yourself every single day because they are high quality people. I honestly try to understand people that just leave the house looking unkept. I try to understand them. I try to understand that, well, maybe they're busy, they have work, they have children, but honestly, I cannot. Like, I really cannot relate to them because every time you leave your house, every time you step out of your house, it is an opportunity to meet somebody that is going to probably change your life for the better. Now, I'm not talking relationship wise, I'm talking even connection wise, even, friendship wise. Like, you are squandering the opportunity that you have to make an impression, and you're choosing to make the worst impression ever. I don't care where you're going, make an effort, guys. When you look your best, you're more confident, you expect more from yourself. You show up looking like $1 million bucks, then maybe you start thinking that you can actually make $1 million, and that is what I want you guys to see. Stop looking at it from the superficial perspective and thinking, oh, when I wear makeup or when I look my best, I'm being vain. That has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with the way you you feel, with the way you hold yourself to a higher standard. Everybody's doing the barest minimum. Half the population of the world is doing the barest minimum. And honestly, I don't think it is an achievement to be lumped among everybody else. The way you show up every day should reflect the ideal of what you want for yourself, who you want to be, not who you currently are. You might be broke, you might not know what you want, where your next meal is coming from, but you know that you're destined to be a CEO. Then show up as a CEO. I'm not telling you to go out and buy like the whole market. I'm telling you to use what you have. Lay your edges, brush your teeth, look put together, have your bath, smell good as you can with your budget. Comb your hair, iron your dress, don't wear rumpled clothes for God's sake. You know what, I'm just going to not talk about that. I know how far I have come just by making these simple changes with my appearance and just making an effort every single day. And guys, I'm making this video I think at the perfect time because it's almost the end of the year. So if you have been living dirty and crusty up until this point, well, good for you, because it's almost a new year. So just a little exercise before I end this video. If you have been watching and wondering, oh my god, I don't even know what the highest version of myself look like, well, you're in luck, because there's still time, and I feel like this is the perfect time to be making this video because it's almost the end of the year. Take this time to figure it out. Don't go into 2025 confused and without direction. This is the best time to sit down and think about your goals. And I want putting an effort in your appearance to be one of your major goals for 2025. I don't know how you do it. Just make it happen, okay? And come back and thank me, because I know that your life is definitely going to change. So guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And yes, I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah, 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 mwah.